y'all, welcome to Spilled Milk, but there's no point crying over spilled milk because we weren't going to drink it anyway. I'm Candace, and today we're talking about how to survive the holidays dairy-free. I love the holidays, especially Christmas, the overall joy and cheer that people actually have, celebrating Jesus' birth, and sometimes, getting gifts as well. I love Christmas, but Thanksgiving comes first, and you definitely got to put some respect on that. People just skip over it like it doesn't matter, and that's rude. It's a holiday too. The best thing about Christmas and Thanksgiving, or one of the best things, is usually the food. If you're dairy-free though, it can be kind of challenging, so we're going to talk about how to survive and enjoy the holidays while being dairy-free. These are tips from my personal experience and also from some cool resources I found on the web, linked in the description box below. So here we go. So the first tip is to remind your friends, your family, significant other, whoever you're spending the holidays with, that you're dairy-free. It's very likely people don't remember, and if you're new to being dairy-free, they're definitely not going to remember. Obviously, you want to be respectful. Just a gentle reminder, like, hey, just a reminder, I can't have dairy, or I'm not eating dairy anymore, and be sure to remind them or let them know what that means. Don't assume people know, because people tend to think eggs are dairy, or included in dairy just because they tend to be in the supermarket together with the milk. Dairy is just anything that comes from a cow, anything that comes from milk. So hey, so-and-so, just a reminder, I'm dairy-free, so I can't eat cheese or milk this holiday season, so thanks for helping me out with that. Something like that. So the second tip is to think ahead to what you're going to have to avoid. If you've been to this person's house before for the holidays, or you kind of have an idea what the menu is, then think through what you know you can't have. I know for sure when I go to my family's house, I can't have the mac and cheese, probably can't have the cornbread casserole, and I definitely shouldn't have any of the desserts. So just think about what is coming up, what you may need to avoid, that way you can be prepared. Alright, so the next tip is to bring a dish that you can eat. First of all, you gotta know your audience, right? You may have to ask permission. Some people are old school and they don't appreciate people bringing new stuff into their Thanksgiving traditions. So be sure to ask if necessary, but then make something that you can eat. This actually serves a twofold purpose. One, you know for sure, if nothing else, you can eat this one thing. And two, if people are open-minded and if you're willing to share, you can actually let people try it so their minds are open up to what the possibilities are of being dairy-free. People act like being dairy-free is like life-altering and life-changing, so they could never live without cheese. Being dairy-free is like being single. It's actually not that bad on its own, but it's the fact that everything else in the world is built around either cheese or people being in a relationship, so it makes it seem like it's so much worse. If you're willing to share and people are open to it, let them try your stuff. Alright. So the next tip is to eat before you go. This can seem a little annoying or a little harsh because obviously part of the fun is eating with everybody else. But if you know you're not going to have something to eat, or you're just really not sure and you don't want to be hungry, eat before you go. I've done this plenty of times for parties, receptions, just in case. Eat something. You don't have to eat a whole meal, just enough to where you're not going to be sitting there angry and hangry because there's nothing for you to eat. So my next tip is to bring snacks. To me, this is a life rule. Like, I'm literally the friend that you know I'm gonna have food. I brought a sandwich to my law school graduation because we had to be there 2 hours before it started, and the ceremony itself was 2 hours long, and I knew I was gonna be hungry. I brought a sandwich. Thanksgiving is just like law school graduation. There's a lot of people there. It's gonna take a long time to get food, and just in case you're not gonna be able to eat what you want, bring a snack. Similar to eating before you go, but you can just kind of like snack, while you're there. So the next tip would be to bring things to jazz up the alternative. So people are usually really accommodating and will genuinely try to help you out with being dairy-free. Oftentimes though, they just don't know what you can have, so the alternative ends up being kind of boring or just not very great. Someone actually was really great and ordered me a dairy-free pizza without cheese on it, for a group event that they were serving pizza at. And it was really awesome of them to do that for me, but it was a veggie pizza with no cheese on it, and I really like veggie pizza in the first place. And pizza without cheese on it, like, you're already kind of missing a certain something without the cheese, so the rest of it really has to come through, and it doesn't with veggie pizza. So they were, it's really awesome for them to help me out, but I wish I had like some chicken or some bacon to throw on it, right? So this is a good opportunity. And it's a good way for you to collaborate with your host to say, hey, thank you so much for making this for me. I will go ahead and bring some other stuff so it's not all on you. That way people who generally want to be accommodating have that opportunity to, and then you meet them halfway to bring whatever you want to bring to make it a stellar dish. This next tip is a little controversial. I say if you are dairy-free by choice, go ahead and take the L. Like, it is a choice that you have made, and a choice you can set aside. There's no shame in choosing something different for a day or however long it takes you to finish eating the leftovers. Like, it's up to you. And because Thanksgiving only happens once a year, it's a special day that's really just for family and for friends and for football and for getting together. I think it's worthwhile to be able to make that, if you want to make that decision, to go ahead and eat guilt-free and then get back on it when it's over. Now, honestly, I'm going to take the L. Like, I don't have a choice in being dairy-free, but I'm going to still eat things that I know are not going to go well for my body, and that's simply because it's less about the food. The food's going to be really good because I'm only taking the L for my grandmother's desserts, but it's more so about who made them. I'm really close to my grandmother, and I really want to be able to experience all of her that I can as much as I can. So our conversations, her hugs, her desserts, all of it. Like, I know it's really sentimental and nostalgic, but that's, for me, it's important to enjoy all of her while I can. And she makes some bomb desserts, and it's once a year. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for it and just take the L and be okay with it. So my last tip is to just relax. Like, you don't want to be so stressed out about what you're gonna eat and how to prepare that you miss out on the joy of just being and enjoying the moment of Thanksgiving. Whether you're spending time with family, friends, your dog, whosoever, you want to enjoy that time. So just relax and don't stress it. In implementing these tips, though, you definitely want to be respectful and to be gracious. It can take people time to get used to you being dairy-free or to even remember. You want to definitely give people grace in that. That is all the tips I have for y'all. So in the comment section below, let me know what your favorite dish is for the holidays. So it'll be mac and cheese, cranberry sauce, minus cranberry sauce, homemade or in the can. Whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to do all the things, subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Happy holidays.